Hello guys, good morning. Basically, we are going to be discussing about support and resistance. So support and resistance basically is something different in the market that a lot of persons don't understand, and I feel I'll be able to give a little bit clear understanding to you guys on how to implement support and resistance on your chart. So for instance, this is a structure that we are going to be working with. So okay, so basically this is a structure we are going to be working with, and most times when some persons look at the market, they tend to mark this level as a support. Now this level is not a support, this level is, let's let me pick from here. So this is a low and this is a higher low, this also is a higher low, this is also a higher low. Now a support basically is a point where price reacts with uh, the with the market at the same level, you get. So let's say for instance this market basically was here. Now we can call this a level of resistance. We can call this a level of resistance. Why? Because price got to this point multiple times. At least you need to get two touch for you to understand that a particular point is a level of resistance. You understand? So here we have multiple touches, which is one, we have two. So this area basically we can consider it a level of resistance. Now let's take for instance this actually got to this point. You understand? So let's take for instance this got to this point. We can easily consider this as a level of support. You understand? So you can easily consider this as a level of support. So you can see price dropped here, pushed up and dropped here again. Now this is a level of support because we have multiple touches. Now the touches must be minimum of 2, maximum 3. You get. So no, minimum of 2, maximum can be 3, 4, 5 and so on. You get. So let's not make mistake in that. So that is basically what you need to understand about support and resistance. Now I want us to go to the normal chart, which is the physical chart, and mark these levels out so that you can see them clearly and be able to use the information rightly. So okay, very good. So one thing you can see now, very good. So this is a very good chart. When you look at this area, you see that there's a resistance point here. We just had price come into it again. So I'm not explaining how to use it to take an entry or take a trade. I'm only explaining what a support and resistance is. So you can see this area here. This is a resistance. I always like to use ash. So let's switch to ash color. Very good. So basically this is a resistance, you get. When we look at the bottom, this area is a support area. Why? Because we can see price tapped into this point 1, tapped into this place 2, tapped into this place again 3. So we have 3 touches basically. So basically you can see this is a resistance point. This is a support point. The points at the top basically are resistance, while the ones at the bottom basically are support. So if you can look at this again, this, we had price drop to this point, push up, drop to this point. This is what a support level. We have this point, this is what a support level. So basically you see we just have to keep marking them out. Now this is something different. Now this is a resistance level matching with a support level. You get. This is a different one basically, but it also helps us to be able to identify markets in a different way. But I'm not going to talk about this. I'll be talking about that in a different lecture. today what I'm just looking at marking out for you all is marking out, helping you guys understand what support levels and resistance levels are. So we have this point also. These are basically support levels. So these are support levels, and just a little above it here, we can find that we have just a little above it here, we can find out that we have resistance levels also here. So that's it, guys. We'll go down to this area again. We have support levels here. We have support levels here. We have resistance also here. So you can see that I'm marking this support. You can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 touches. You can see at this one we have multiple touches also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 touches. You can see at this resistance point we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4. So you can see we have how many touches? 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. At the bottom we have 1. If we even extend it, because this one will be inclusive, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 touches. So basically, what do I mean? To be able to identify support levels or resistance levels, all you have to mark is the touches basically. So you mark how many touches does it have at the top side. You understand? In almost the same at almost the same area. You understand? When you mark that out, it will help you identify the resistance level. Then when you mark the bottom out, how many touches are you getting at the bottom? It helps you understand the support level basically. You can see how many touches do we have here. 2 touches at this point. That helps us to understand that, okay, this is a support level. How many touches do we have here? We can see. If we mark it through, we can see we have 1, 2, 3. You get. So basically, this is how to understand support and resistance levels. Now let's look at a different chart. This is a different chart. This is a volatility 25 chart. Now on this one thing you can easily see here, you can see that there are multiple touches here. So this basically tells us that this is a resistance level. If we should extend it, so if we should extend it down to this point, so you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 areas where price reacted from at the same time, basically telling us this is a resistance level. Now let's look at the bottom. At the bottom we have this one, we have this. So at the bottom we have this basically, which is telling us this is a support level. You get. So we have also this area, which is telling us this is a support level. So that is it basically, guys. We have this one, this area, which is telling us this is a support level also. So basically, I think you get the message, guys. You get the message. Let's look for a support level also again. We have this point. So this is a support level. This is a support level. So basically that is all, guys. That is all. That's how to be able to mark out support levels and resistance levels. I hope this little lecture will be able to help some persons clarify how to mark support and resistance levels. Do have a wonderful day, guys. Peace, one love.